Welcome to the show. What a busy day. Just a reminder, if you want to get a preview of what is on the show each day, condensed into 3 minutes, just the news. The analysis is on this show. But if you want just the news, what are the stories on the show? I'm now doing a daily 3-minute podcast, which you can get on our Substack, totally free, substack.davidpakman.com. It comes out around 10:30, 11 a.m. in the morning, Eastern time. You can check that out. And one of the things that is just a massively growing story now involves not only Jeffrey Epstein, not only Donald Trump, but also Ghislaine Maxwell. The news is that Jeffrey Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell has the list and appears to be willing to testify, but Republicans do not want that. And they held a late night vote last night to try to prevent it from happening. So here's kind of the way it all shakes out. The Epstein scandal almost seemed kind of dead and buried for a little while, but it's now completely back and ripping MAGA apart. And Ghislaine Maxwell says she's ready to testify before Congress, not in like a closed door deposition type of situation. She wants to go public. And the kicker is that according to sources, no one from the government has even asked her to talk. She's the person doing time for Epstein's child sex trafficking operation. And apparently, she's been sitting on a story that could blow the whole thing wide open. We're told, no, there is no list of clients anymore. But reportedly, she has the list and she's willing to come clean about it. Now, let's connect the entire thing because there's a sort of a why now? Why in this moment kind of situation? There is a lot of pressure on the Trump administration right now because Pam Bondi's under fire from within MAGA for allegedly botching the investigation, or some are saying she's participating in the cover-up here. You've got conservative media, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens. Many of these people are turning on Trump, at least over this. And Trump is freaking out on Truth Social. He's lashing out at people who say we need accountability here. He's saying that he is being transparent and it's just there's no list and stop talking about Epstein. And then you've got people like Roger Stone, who is not exactly known for the calm, rational takes. He's out there going, oh, Maxwell has nothing on Trump at all, which is weird because no one even really asked about Trump. Like if we just say, Maxwell is sitting in prison. She has a list. She knows where the bodies are buried. And the first thing people come out and say is, oh, Trump's not on the list. Who mentioned Trump? We're just saying she has a list. Let's hear what's on the list. Who's on the list? Now, here is where it starts to get even more interesting. The DOJ and the FBI now are saying there is no list and no further charges are coming. It's sort of like a case closed moment that no one believes because now we are learning they always claimed to have the list. Maxwell says she has the list. There's no deal on the table. There's no immunity being offered. If she just wants to tell the truth and she has the list, you would think that prosecutors and investigators and members of the Trump administration, all of whom say we want transparency, would be eagerly awaiting Ghislaine Maxwell's testimony. Well, as we'll talk about in a moment, Republicans voted to say absolutely not. So you have to just kind of be honest about the possibilities here. Maybe the FBI missed something huge here. Oh, we thought there was a list and there isn't, and we thought there were co-conspirators and they're not, and this really is just nothing. Or the FBI under the leadership of Kash Patel and Dan Bongino, and the Department of Justice under the leadership of Pam Bondi, are part of trying to make the story disappear. Now, why they would do that, we are left to speculate. The natural explanation would be Trump's on the list. That's it. But there are potentially other explanations, I guess. I wish they would tell us what they are. One other aspect to this. A federal judge is reportedly preparing to release names from sealed court records related to the network. And this could contain celebrities, politicians, potentially presidents. There's a question as to whether, despite the Republican vote in the middle of the night last night, which we'll talk about, a federal judge could still make that decision. And that's a question that remains to be seen. But the question that we should be asking ourselves, and maybe more importantly, because remember, this is a tool to rip MAGA apart. I actually never cared very much about the Epstein story, but what we should be asking ourselves and asking MAGAs to ask themselves, if Trump is really so uninvolved and so innocent, why is he melting down almost daily about this issue? Why is he doing all caps posts to Truth Central about it? Why is he interrupting angrily when people ask Pam Bondi a question during a cabinet meeting and going, are you still asking about Jeffrey Epstein? Maybe it's because Trump knows the truth of the list, the clients, and the documents. Stay tuned, because if Ghislaine does testify, this could implode or explode in ways that the Trump administration is not prepared for, but Republicans are trying to prevent that. These days, it is more important than ever for people to speak out, share your perspectives, and if you want to do it through video, check out today's sponsor, InVideo AI, which will help you communicate your ideas in full-length videos like I do, the kind of videos you've wanted to create in a completely seamless and intuitive way, regardless of your skill level. Type in your idea, the idea you want to create a video about, and that's it. It is a game changer. You can edit whatever you like using text commands like add my voice, make it funnier, change the B-roll. And unlike traditional video tools with very steep learning curves that solve only certain parts of the creation process, InVideo AI is really the creative partner you've always wanted. It removes the friction, puts you in the director's seat, lets users focus entirely on their vision and their idea, and InVideo AI does all the heavy lifting. You can try InVideo AI totally free. This will save you hundreds of dollars that you would otherwise spend on editing, animating, and production costs. Just go to davidpakman.com/video. The link is in the description.